president-elect of the United States of America is Donald J. Trump. So here we go with another 4 years with Mr. Trump. And I think most of us in America woke up this morning, or at least I did, and saw the results. Or at least most of the results. I believe they still got to do a little bit more counting. That's usually what happens after an election. I want to welcome y'all. This is Podcast Talk, the LG Experience, where I get my thoughts on what's going on around in the world. Trending topics. I had to give my 2 cents. I want to welcome y'all. I would like to ask you all to subscribe to this channel. It's a startup channel, and we want to see where it goes. So for this channel to go somewhere, we're going to need you. So click that subscribe button and click that like button. You can also find this podcast on Spotify. I appreciate it. But waking up this morning, I tried to keep up with it last night, and I'm a person that watch the news in the morning time. I like to know what's going on. That's like mandatory for me. And they do talk a lot of politics on the news. Like most of the morning be about politics, no matter what's going on. And we all know when elections come around, it be plenty of commercials and ads and things of that nature. The candidates be crossing the country, going to battleground states. They're trying to get votes and things of that nature. And I ended up having a conversation with a guy this morning. And he just had to talk about it. And I went on to talk about it. I gave my personal thought. And I told him this country is not ready for a woman to be a leader on the global scale. And especially when you have countries that don't, where the woman may not be like have a lot of power like that. And who knows how the world leaders would have treated her. That's just my personal thought. I want to look up something before I get off this podcast here today, because I wanted to see what was the results from Hillary Clinton when she ran against Trump. And ironically, he won the presidency going against 2 women. When he went against a man, he lost that one, which was against Biden. But he has ran 3 times in a row. But as far as we know right now, Donald J. Trump is the president-elect. And what do y'all think? What do you think? Do you think that America is ready for a woman to be the president of the United States? That is arguably the most powerful job in America. It's a stressful job, because many people get their job and they start looking, for some reason, looking really, really old. Like you look at Obama, he looks really old. And he looked quite young when he took that job, when he won that job. And furthermore, what does it mean for Black Americans and Latino Americans? And the guy I was talking to this morning, he said something very interesting. He said that he was from Miami, Florida, and he just can't believe that the Latinos down there will actually vote for Donald Trump. And he said that Miami is traditionally blue, and the other major counties down there, which is Fort Lauderdale and some other county, plus Miami, the other 2 counties was blue and Miami was red. He was quite shocked. And he said that Donald Trump called them garbage and they still wouldn't voted for him. Yeah, but that's just how Republicans roll. Like, you can insult people and all that stuff, they still ride with you. You can have cases and all kind of stuff, they still ride with you. That's just how the Republicans are. They don't care, They don't care. They capitalist type people. And Democrats are mostly socialist type people, liberals, pretty much. But that guy said that Trump called the Latinos down there garbage, and they still went and voted for him. And that's just Trump, You can't put no gag on him. If it's not ordered by the court or whatever, and he get to free roam around and do things freely, he gonna say what he wanna say. He just a person that speaks what's on his mind, and he don't care if you like it or not. He'll insult you right in front of your face, as a matter of fact. But was Kamala Harris ready for the global scale? I know she spoke and politicked about what's going on here locally in America, but you still had to deal with what's going on in the world. There's just a lot of stuff going on in the world, and there's some people out there would love to see America fall, literally. And then we got all these wars that's going on. You got the war in Russia, and you still got that thing going on with Ukraine and Russia. Then you got Israel, they over there fighting everybody. They got a couple of battles going on with that country, and we as America, we got to help pay for that stuff. And then we got to help them win these wars, even though we may not have troops there on the ground helping them fight. But if it gets overwhelming, then America will join in on the fights. But Russia and America, they don't really directly fight each other. It's like a Cold War with them. They support people who fight against Russia. That's what America do. And Russia fights against people who with America. So what type of presidency you all think that Donald Trump will bring to the table? Now, I can tell you what my issues was. Definitely the border. I believe if you come over in this country, you should be documented. Literally, I do believe that undocumented people come over here and take some of the jobs and work from Americans. And the things they do to actually take care of people when they come over here. And it's like we don't get that type of treatment, and we actually live here, and we pay all the taxes. But yeah, that was one of my issues, and definitely the economy, because I'm a person, I want to make some money, That's why I do this. And matter of fact, I'm gonna set up soon where I can actually have some merchandise, and you can also make donations to this channel if you like the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, and you can also catch this podcast on Spotify. And this is a new channel right here, and it's a brand new podcast, so I know I got to put the work in, and it's gonna be a long grind, but I'm here to stay though. I'm here to stay. Keep bringing good content, but this is one of those things where we have to talk about and have a discussion about and share some of my thoughts. I like to say this is social commentary, but I'm a capitalist myself. I am definitely interested in making profits, making money for sure. And I think Donald Trump is one of those people that can make you some money. That's for sure. And that's the biggest difference between Republicans and Democrats. Democrats are more liberal and socialist, whereas Republicans, they more capitalist. They definitely into the big money. The big money people may get the tax breaks, but how they look at it like that gives them more money to hire more people. That's how they look at it. But what type of presidency do you think Donald Trump will bring this time? He didn't build the wall like he said he was going to do. He promised he was going to build his wall. Is he going to finally finish that project? There's a lot of issues with abortion, people talking about that type of thing. I don't quite understand it myself. Maybe I need to look more into that. I'm not super political. I don't like to talk about politics like that all the time. But I want to look this information up and see what was the results when Hillary Clinton ran against Donald Trump. Let's punch this in here. Hillary Clinton versus Donald Trump. Election results. Yeah, I'm doing this right on the spot. Hillary Clinton versus Donald Trump election results. Okay, 2016, that was 2016. So Hillary Clinton got 232 electoral votes and Trump got 306. And at that particular time, I believe that Hillary won the popular vote, but yet she still didn't win the presidency. And she was so for sure of herself that she was going to win that. But again, the country was not ready for a woman president, in my opinion. You tell me what you think. Leave a comment. Subscribe to this channel. A salute to Lil Rika and Big Rika. They started YouTube channels, like all my people started YouTube channels, and we all startups, so we're gonna grind this thing out. So Hillary Clinton 232 and Donald Trump 306. That's the electoral vote. So just in case people don't know how this thing goes, the people that actually picks the president is part of the electoral college. So these are the electoral votes, and that basically consists of states having so many delegates that can actually place this vote. So when you have that popular vote, the electoral college could either go with the popular vote, or they have the choice of making a vote on their own. It's like not necessary that they take the popular votes, their thoughts and opinions, when it's time to put the electoral votes in there. Some of them do, some of them don't. And that's why you see candidates sort of like, they travel to battleground states because it can swing either way. I think Michigan was one of those states this time. Iowa will be one of those states. Wisconsin be one of those states. They can swing either back and forth. Then you got other states that's definitely solid, like it's not going anywhere, like Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas. All those are red states that'll never change. So a lot of those candidates, they don't really go in them states like that, but they will. Then you got California, that's a definitely Democratic state. It's nothing going to change about that. It's the same thing with New York. Those are considered definite states for Democrats. And then you got states like Rhode Island, they may have one delegate or one electoral vote, so a lot of the candidates may not go there. They tend to go to states that have the most electoral votes, like California, Texas. They definitely hit these battleground states consistently. So that's basically how it goes. So if you got so California got 55 electoral votes. So those 55 votes. They can either go with the popular vote, or they can have the choice of going on their own thoughts. So now we want to check Kamala Harris's, what was her election results. I want to thank y'all for joining me right here. It's the LG Experience Podcast Talk. So Kamala Harris, even though it may not, well, she gave a conceding speech, so she basically officially bowed out of the race. So there's no coming back from that. So actually, of course, all this stuff may not be counted up, but right now, as of now, Harris has 226 and Trump has 295. So she did get a considerable amount of votes. So So Trump ended up winning in Michigan, Wisconsin. Michigan was a swing state. They got a Democrat governor. Florida, I don't know, that guy said Florida is a swing state. They got a Republican governor. So California went with Harris. I mean, most of the states, but again, a lot of these states don't have a lot of electoral votes. So like Utah, they only have 6. Wyoming has 3. Idaho has 4. Montana has 4. North Dakota has 3. South Dakota has 3. Nebraska 5. Oklahoma got 7. Texas has 40. A lot of these states, even though they voted for Trump, they don't have a lot of electoral votes. So it looks like most of the states actually voted for Trump. So Harris did win New York, which is a Democratic state. That's automatic. Won Illinois. Obama and them from there. Won Minnesota, Colorado, New Mexico, California. I wonder what's going on. They must be still counting in Nevada and Arizona. Well, it's a wrap. Like I said, Kamala Harris conceded, and she did give a speech. Let me go back to this. Go back. Yeah, she did give a speech. And when a person gives a speech, it's pretty much over. They know they done. She cooked. It's over. But she should get another job. There's no question about that. There's no question about that. She'll get another job. You know, when people get those type of jobs and they get that much publicity, you know, they come away with a lot of connections and a lot of associates they call friends. That's one of them jobs. If you don't come away with no connections, something wrong with you. I gotta grab something right quick. You know, I gotta light up something. Yeah. Back with you. And again, if you have that type of job and you don't come away with any connections, something wrong with you. It's the LG Experience. Subscribe to the channel. You can also catch this channel on Spotify. I like to do this. I've been doing this for a long time. I had various channels and had various shows. Definitely a professional at doing this. But that was interesting. The ending results for the information I looked up. Hillary Clinton had 232. So I want to see, will Kamala make the 232? I really do. I want to go back to that information. So Donald Trump, you know, I'm pretty sure he done gave some type of speech by now. I'm trying to look up Kamala. I always had a hard time saying her name. But I wanted to look up her. She delivers a message of hope and concession speech. So let's play a little bit of that. Can't play these commercials. Let me turn this down. I don't want to get no copywritten type stuff. Notice. So, you know, YouTube is going to watch commercials with that. So let me skip the ad. So let me play a little bit of that.
Seeded the election, but not the fight that fueled her campaign.
Yeah, she gonna give a lot. She can get booked for a lot of speeches and things of that nature. I don't know. Do the vice president get Secret Service security after serving in office? I know the president do. Yeah. I don't want to get the reporters and stuff, so I'm trying to get to the speech. Let me scoot it up a little bit. There she go.
Hear me when I say, the light of America's promise will always burn bright.
CBS News exit polls show Harris fared worse among Latino voters, young voters, and women compared to President Biden's results in 2020.
What happened yesterday?
CBS News Director of Elections Anthony Salvanto says results from the suburbs of Philadelphia and battleground Pennsylvania highlight the challenges her campaign faced.
See these red and pinkish areas? Leaning Republican, 2020, they were much bluer. That's where a lot of the shift happened. This is white working class voters. These are voters who told us consistently they were hard hit by inflation.
Harris's defeat caps a whirlwind campaign after President Biden stepped aside this summer and the Democratic Party.
That's interesting. They said she lacked votes with Latinos, and I was just talking about Latinos. I was just talking about them. Young people, and what did she say? And women. Ooh, women. Women was not buying that. There's no way. No way. You heard it yourself. You heard it yourself. She was lacking votes.
2020.
Latinos.
Yesterday?
And women. I told you this is not ready for a woman. It's not the males. They said women. The Latinos. Maybe she just didn't click with them. And that guy down there said all them was down there voting for Trump. And he talking about deporting people. So that's interesting. That's interesting. I wonder where she fell short at when it came to women, why she couldn't appeal to women voters, young people for sure. I don't know. That's very interesting. And, one of the things I learned that the last time Trump, and it was reported earlier that the stock market had jumped up 69% under Trump, and the pandemic was around at that time. And it's incredible because the market itself wasn't doing that great, and the economy wasn't doing that great because people had to stop working and all that type stuff when I was going around. But the incredible thing was places like Walmart and Amazon, they did real big during that time, but it wasn't enough to affect the market. So it was companies out there really making money, and a lot of people had money, and a lot of younger people at that time, these not the millennials, but the group that comes after the millennials. So the millennials and the group after them, they had this extra time on their hands, so they started getting online, buying a lot of stocks and a lot of crypto, and that helped boost the stock market. So even though it was kind of off, the economy and all that stuff was going sideways, it wasn't clicking right, but at the same time, the stock market, all that money, because I was making money during that time. I was making some good money, and it seemed like when Biden got in office, it's just been up and down. It's pretty steady now. But many people think that money will flood into the market right about now, and I need to get involved in that right now. Me personally, myself, because I know Trump was a big advocate for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in itself, and I don't think Kamala actually spoke on that. And there's always a question to me: how can I profit? Like I said, I'm a capitalist too, so I'm always looking to profit or make a good investment. But that's incredible. She did not reach young people like that. The Latinos should basically shut her out. That's incredible. Maybe she need to work on that. Maybe she started spending too much time attacking Trump. And she should have just focused on the issues. She tried to do that towards the end. I think she had a rally where she actually didn't mention his name. But And just when you start going at him, that sort of plays his game. And I actually saw a little clip, and Trump actually looked tired for the first time. He looked defeated, you know. That's the first time I done seen him, because he comes out with good energy. He comes out with mad energy. But that is interesting that she liked the votes for Latinos, young people, and that's different ethnic groups, and women, and that's basically different ethnic groups. So quite interesting. But we'll see what's coming up in the next 4 years under Mr. Trump. Kamala Harris has conceded. That's pretty much it, you know. A lot of these people get in these offices, they accomplish some things, they swear they the first one ever in the history, they're the best president, whatever. And some things they're not gonna get done. You know, in 4 years, you know, you're talking about those 4 years go by kind of quick. You can't get everything done. It's the LG Experience Podcast Talk. Subscribe to this channel, click that like button, click the notification bell. Salute to you all. Peace, love, and catch you next time.